Today's episode is brought to you by 23andMe. DNA testing can tell you all about your ancestors, but more importantly, it can tell you about yourself. We'll learn about that and Calm. We're brought to you today by Calm. It's going to keep you chill. It's going to keep you relaxed. And it's going to give you a better night's sleep. It's just going to happen. We'll talk about that as well. Let's jump into this podcast. Woo. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4 hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
Hey, how's it going?
How is it going? How are you?
Man, I'm doing all right.
I was asking people at home. I wasn't really talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
I figured we'd wait for them, and then they'd say something, and then like Dora the Explorer would be like, "Wow,
Wasn't it like
you're doing it."
I feel like most people, when you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" They're like, "I'm doing all right." But even if they're not doing all right, they'll say that. You know?
I say things like "fantastic" or "I'm doing swell," and they're like, "Wow, that's terrific," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
My body's falling apart. I'm all right.
Oh man, I actually this week was feeling really great. I was doing so well, and then yesterday, I met the boys and we went out and got pizza at this place called Roberta's. That's just delicious. But we decided to go too ham. We ordered so much stuff that I left there like, oh. And then I had pizza dreams. Last night, have you ever had pizza dreams? Do you know what pizza dreams are?
I have not.
Whenever I eat pizza, if I eat it within 12 hours of sleeping, I will have the craziest effing dreams. Dreams that are like really crazy. Things that I wake up from and I'm like, what the hell was that? Last night, I dreamt that I was on a boat and the water was made of screens. Yes, I'm aware that makes no sense. Doesn't matter. It was a dream. When I looked overboard, I realized it was all fish. But they talked to me and they kept telling me that I was doing a great job. And I was like, what am I doing a good job at? And they were like, ruining the environment. And I was like, what? and then I like tried to swim my way through the fish and they kept biting me. And so I finally made it to land and I was like, I'm not going back in the water. And I turned around. The fish were all me.
Why do you always have like these weird, like rhetorical question dreams?
That was a pizza dream. My normal dreams are like, oh man, I don't know that I'm gonna get my video uploaded on time. Like that's most of my normal dreams are like that. Where it's like, oh geez, I am anxious about something that's gonna happen. Or I'll have a dream where it's like, I'm on a beach and everything's pretty cool, right?
Huh.
But whenever I have pizza, the dreams crank up to 12. And they're like, I think maybe I'm a pizza psychic and I have premonitions. I don't know.
That is weird.
Should I write it all down? Should I Coxtradamus this thing and be like, lo, the 24th pentacle of nines?
I mean, sure, if you want.
I mean, it sounds like a lot of work. I'm be real.
I never get that. I'll get like the anxiety dreams of like a lot of times I'll be like, I need to sleep, but I can't sleep like in the dream, and I'll be like, oh no, it's like noon and I haven't slept. I gotta wake up at 1, and I'm like, oh no, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I did sleep. I also had a dream. I don't even know if I probably mentioned this. I had a dream where I ordered a Panera egg sandwich and forgot to pick it up, and I had to go back, but I had to go to like Barnes and Noble for some reason. And it was
a Panera
like
egg sandwich?
Yeah, like
a fried egg.
Yeah, like a egg McMuffin type thing, but from Panera.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you meant like an egg salad sandwich, and I was less interested in you going to Panera to get an egg sandwich and me actually going there to get an egg salad sandwich because I haven't had like an egg salad sandwich in literal years. That would be just lovely, I bet.
Probably. But yeah, I've had some crazy dreams of like apple juice.
I've never had an apple juice dream.
Maybe you should try that. See if it's similar.
I have apple juice in my house. I've never had an apple juice dream.
Do it. Drink some apple juice before you go to bed. Report back.
I try not to drink a lot before I go to bed because I found out for a while before I went to bed, I would just drink a bunch of water.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just would. And then I'd wake up in the middle of the night having to pee so badly.
Oh, yeah, I get
So I no longer do that. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not. If I have to be up in 6 hours, I'd rather not wake up 3 hours in and then have to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
That sounds like terrible REM habits. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop drinking stuff, a few hours before I go to bed.
It's a good idea. I mean, I've had that too, where I'll be like, I'm gonna drink a thing of almond milk and water, and then I wake up and I'm just like, oh god, bladder hurts, and you gotta like run to the bathroom. But
yeah, I feel like that's only gonna get worse the older I get, so I might as well curb that now. Where I'm like, oh man, yeah. Last night I had my weird dream, and I was like, oh, what the hell was this? And then I woke up, went to the bathroom, and then because I'm an idiot, drank some more water. And was like, okay, I'm going to, you know what? Whew, my mouth is dry. I'm going to drink this water. Went back to bed. And then like 4 hours later, popped awake like, oh, I got to pee. Thankfully, it was roughly the time I needed to be up anyway. But, man, I'm telling you, I need to stop drinking altogether.
Just drinking fluids.
Yeah, just the concept of fluids. If you can't put it in a gusher, I don't want to eat it.
Wait, why a gusher?
I don't know. I just thought that gusher was the weirdest way to give someone food and thought it'd be fun. A gusher, inside of it has the goo that's kind of like a liquid.
I almost died once with a gusher.
Why? How? What?
I choked on it. I was eating a pack of Gushers, and I like inhaled it, and I was like, and I like walked my dad, and I was like, and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, trying to point that like I'm choking, and then I just like coughed it out, and I was like, I was choking on the gusher, and he's like, oh.
I wonder, does everyone know what a gusher is? If you don't know what a gusher is at home, gushers are fruit snacks, but in the middle of the fruit snacks is, I want to say juice, but it's not juice. It's like goo.
It's like corn syrup liquid.
Yeah, it's not very healthy on any level, but it does taste good. I'm not gonna lie. It's very if you're like a kid coming home from school, that is the sugar high you need. You're like, ooh, Gushers.
I haven't had Gushers in, man, it's probably been 20 years.
Yeah, so I'm saying Gushers, I keep seeing them every day that I go by the cereal aisle. In the cereal aisle, they always have the fruit snacks, and I always see the fruit snacks, and I'm like, man, I want a fruit snack.
I feel like we need to buy some Gushers.
What is going on in the world of Gushers? I see them every once in a while at like convenience marts, and they have different flavors now.
Yeah.
Let's Gushers. See. There's a Gushers Twitter.
There is a
Gushers commercials. Look at the 1997 Gushers commercials. Oh my God! If you are at home, go look that up.
They just tweeted 4 days ago, it's state fair season, so that means it's time for this to resurface deep-fried Gushers.
I'm going to pass on that.
Yeah.
They have tropical flavor Gushers. They have super sour Gushers. Mood morphers. What does that mean, mood morphers?
What? Mood morphers?
Sweet and sour variety packs? The Gushers people is also the fruit roll-ups people. Oh. And fruit by the foot.
Oh, they
Gushers
make all those.
Sour? What is a...
They make Dunkaroos. Wait. Do they make Dunkaroos?
Gushers?
Oh, it's just people search for Dunkaroos.
What? Why can't I look at Gushers? I want to click mood morphers, but it won't take me to the mood morphers section.
I don't know.
Gushers? What is a mood morpher? Gushers?
Super sour
mood morphers. What is that? What is a mood morpher? That doesn't. It has 4.5 stars on Amazon. What does that mean, though? What do you mean?
I don't know. All right, let's see. What do I got in here?
What? Oh, this is weird. They're fruit punch flavored, but they change on the color of your tongue, and I guess it's supposed to be like a mood ring, except it's your tongue. So it like stains your tongue a color, and that's supposed to be your mood.
Interesting.
What?
Dude, they're $2 at Target. $2.
I love the comments. The comments on Gushers. Jack writes, I think these are better left to kids. I mean, that's what it's marketed for. I remember loving these as a kid, but eating them recently, I just gave them away after eating a few. Maybe the ones I got were old or something. Honestly, can't tell. I'm sure a kid would have loved them because it's candy. There you go.
Well, tell you what, I'm going to get some Gushers and I'm going to eat them. I'm going to report back.
Oh, this is true. This guy says, I love Gushers, but the package I received contains a lot of smushed Gushers. That's all they were. You opened the box and they were all like glued together with gross juice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're glued together.
You could never just eat one Gusher because all the Gushers were stuck together.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just part of the experience.
I don't think I want any Gushers. The more I look at them, the more I'm like, I think I'm going to pass.
Well, they're $2. I'll buy them. I'll eat like one and then, you know.
All right, well, now that we know that, what else is going on with you that isn't Gushers related?
I mean, that's a great question.
It shouldn't be. It's very simple. It shouldn't be like a hard to answer question. Besides, now that you want Gushers, what else is going on?
Let's see. I've been playing more Warhammer.
I saw they were looking very good.
Yeah, still doing that. Prepping for Classic WoW. That's coming out. And by prep, I mean just buying food to eat.
Yeah, I think that's our week. I've been putting off doing that. I think tomorrow I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to just like get really healthy, not 2005 Jesse foods. And I'm going to, probably get some juice and maybe like some sparkling waters or something. And then, I don't know, something nice. Get some like ready-made meals that aren't frozen.
Not a bad idea.
Try to live my life. Yeah, I'm going to try and get real healthy with it.
It's, and there's going to be other people doing their like junk food diets. Not me. I'm going to be injecting nutrition into my veins.
If I'm going to sit in a chair for as many hours as I think I'm going to, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, get on the old treadmill, ang-ba-dang, get on the treadmill, try to do some type of workout before I sit down for hours and then pass out. So I need to do something with my morning. I need to do something. Then I will go grocery shopping, and then I'll play. Because I think it starts at 3 Pacific
PST.
time.
So my plan, I'll wake up at like 2, right? And then, practically there already. Probably go to the store, get everything ready, situated, and maybe I'll paint a little bit, and then I'll play.
I think it's funny that everyone's sort of on that, like, weird, all right, so it's launch day, so we gotta be prepared. And everyone's it very much feels like the early 2000s, like that 2000-ish, a new game's coming out, bros. So everyone get on the spreadsheet and mark down what race and class you're gonna be, so that we know where you're starting, where you're spawning. And you're like, oh my god.
It reminds me back in like when Burning Crusade or Wrath, like those ones came out,
and your guild was like, okay, we have got a lot of work ahead of us. And you're like, oh, all right, sure.
Well, back then I'd be like, whatever. But now I'm like, oh, nice, I'm streaming it.
Yeah, it's very strange, but I love it. I love that people are excited. I'm excited. I'm having a great time. Yeah. I just think it's like crazy that that's the case.
I think it's fun. It's like a big event or something. It's like everybody's coming to the festival or something
absolutely.
like that.
I think it's really neat. I'm excited to see a lot of new people come back. I'm more excited to see, I'll be real, you know me, I'm kind of a dick. So I'm excited to see people who are really excited and then burn out very quickly. The people who are and then they just burn out.
Oh, that won't be me. Trust. I've already gotten to 40 in the beta. And then I had, what was it? I think I got a 26 or 7 Gnome Rogue. And then I had a level 11 Priest. And then something else. I played some AV. And I'm still ready to go. So I'm ready. But I also, I played classic vanilla WoW. So I know what to expect. And I was like, well, I expect what I'm expecting. And it was what I was expecting. Actually, I had more fun than I expected.
Same here. Same here. I will say I was expecting to be bored and a little like, meh. I'm still expecting that to happen. I'll be honest. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, baby. It is. Old WoW is rough. But the bit that I did play, I had a lot of fun. And playing with you I had fun, and then playing a dungeon when I did it like Tally and stuff was fun. Like it's fun because people aren't taking it too seriously. I'm afraid people will start to, because all betas are like,
they will.
When I played betas for Overwatch or betas for any game really, it was so much fun and you're just like goofing around, having a good time. And the minute it becomes live and people are like, you're spec'd incorrectly, and if you want to be a part of this run, you must. And you're like, you're ruining this for everyone, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's some people they do go overboard. But that's why I think the start is always the most fun.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm hyped for the start of everything. Plus, while leveling in beta, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have my hunter. I'm gonna get to 40. I'm gonna get my mount. That was my goal. I was like, I'm smart now. I'm not like 14 anymore. I like, all right, save up my money, know what I'm doing. And I was still 20 gold short. And I was like, I'm making a warlock and getting a free mount.
It's smart move. I'm doing the same thing where I just don't want to wait, but I can afford a mount. I'll work on that, but I don't want to. I need portals. I need to be able to travel. So I was like, I'm gonna be a mage. I'm gonna be a mage and just open portals myself.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, and you get blink.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I'm just, I'll be fine. I would, if I wanted to be useless, go druid, and then I'd be able to do everything, and I'd feel so good about my life. But I truly don't.
You'd
care.
be useless.
Yeah, I want to do things. So. Yeah.
I've been kind of taking it easy the last few days, even stream wise. I'll stream like a couple hours, just ramping up for the big time streams ahead.
It's gonna be a blast. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And where are we? We're on the Stalag server, so that should be a treat.
We're Stalag.
Like, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I still think that no matter what, 2 weeks from now, every server that's like 80,000 people are waiting to get online, now it's gonna be like, yeah, no, they all left. I know the internet.
They'll definitely lose a good chunk.
The internet is so fickle, and WoW is old. Classic WoW is a different game, and people I don't think have the patience for it. I mean, God bless them. There's going to be a lot of people that will be like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. But all the people that I see on my Twitter feed that are like streamers that are like, I'm so excited. You're like,
oh yeah, they won't.
I'm glad you're excited.
They'll ride the hype, and then they'll probably be like, all right, what's the new game coming out?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Plus,
a good chunk of streamers. They're like variety streamers more so.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's our life. Prepping for food. We gotta prep for food.
Gotta prep for food.
And for some reason that now involves gushers. I don't know why. Well, as we get closer to the release of WoW Classic, we're gonna have to change up our sleep, because we gotta wake up a little later if you're gonna try and pull that all-nighter thing. And the best way to get that good night's sleep before you start launch day, telling you, it's all about calm, baby. You will be blown away by how well it'll help you sleep, especially if you're struggling, especially if you're like, oh man, I gotta be up and I gotta play the game and I gotta go 15 hours and you're gonna need that good sleep. And the best way to get it is with a helpful sleep aid like Calm. It's but a simple app, but seriously will change the way you sleep, the way you relax. 1 in 3 adults doesn't even get enough sleep. And if you're not sleeping enough, it could affect your cognitive functions, which is, you're not grinding hard enough, y'all. Learning, what builds do you make? Problem solving, you're trying to beat that boss in a dungeon. Decision making, you're going to run a dungeon with Crendor and I. Terrible choices. That's because you're not sleeping well. It's like a magic potion, a healing potion, if you will, for your brain and body. When we sleep well, we're our most focused and relaxed, and that's going to be great for you nerdlingers who are about to go out and have a great time in Azeroth. So, we have partnered, as you know, with Calm. It is the #1 app for sleep. I use it for more than that. I use it to wake up and have a little chill out session in the morning. It takes 10 minutes to just relax and get focused. My daily meditation. That's what I use it for. Right now, you, our listeners, can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/Cox. That's calm.com/Cox. calm.com/Cox. 40 million people have downloaded Calm. Find out why. It's so simple, and I'm telling you, it'll knock your ass out. Also today, we're brought to you by 23andMe. DNA testing can tell you so much about your life. And 23andMe makes it so much easier to understand all the information. The app they provide, just when you go through it, you're like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, look at this little helpful chart, this graph. Going through my parents' DNA information is fascinating because they always tell you like, oh, you're from this part of the world and this is your family and this happened. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, I'm also from like other parts of the world too. My dad has a little bit of African in him. I was like, what?
What the shit?
I know. Although maybe everyone does because the first person, right, the first people came from Africa.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, but it was fascinating. And 23andMe's health and ancestry service can help you learn about not only your genes and your past and your ancestry, but also your current health and what possibilities might happen as you age, right? It like sort of unlocks the genes inside of you that through these genetic reports tell you things about your traits and give you sort of insights on what you may want to look into and talk to your doctor about. For example, it can tell you the likelihood of you having type 2 diabetes, right? 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, and 90% of them don't even know they have it. Type 2 diabetes can be impacted by hundreds of genes, and this can help you identify like, oh, maybe that could be a problem in the future. It'll tell you about the genes that stop bleeding if you get hurt, and then certain versions of those genes that increase the risk of harmful blood clots. High cholesterol, right? It can give you information about that, or ovarian or breast cancer screening reports, right? It can tell you that certain genes increase the risk of developing those, and things you might want to be like, okay, doc, take a look at this, right? You share it with your medical professional and get the information to help you, right? This is all to help you learn more about yourself. And that's phenomenal because I'm a big proponent of being like, tell your doctor everything. Like, even if you're like, it's weird, tell them everything. And this can help with that. This can help you unlock things that may come up in your future. And it's all about preventative medicine, right? You don't want to deal with it after the fact. You want to prevent having the problem. You don't want to be like, well, now I have diabetes, right? You want to be like, how do I not get there?
That's true.
And this can help you figure out like, oh, I might be at high risk, so maybe I need to stop eating all those Gushers, right? 23andMe reports do not diagnose a disease or describe the overall likelihood of you getting a disease. But what it does do is it tells you that in your genes, there's something in there that could be activated at some point. And, you know, some people have a higher likelihood of getting something than others. And so by looking at that information, you can work with your doctor to figure out exactly what you need to focus on and if it's going to be an issue or not. 23andMe test selected genetic variants only. 23andme.com/Cox is where you go for that important information. So order your health and ancestry kit at 23andme.com/Cox and meet your genes in 125 personalized genetic reports. That's the number 23andme.com/Cox to find out more about yourself today. All right, Crendor, let's go to Chopper 7 in the sky with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Traffic's not too good. The Gusher truck just tipped over and there are Gushers all over the road. It is backed up for miles. It is sticky out there and it smells like chemical fruit. If you're going anywhere on the 808, the 905, the 702, the 601, the 81, the 85, the 88, or the 99, you're going to be backed up for a while and your cars are going to get sticky. So watch out there. I do.
Speaking of which, I drove on the 405 today and it sucked. I was stuck on it for like 2 hours. Let me tell you. Oy, I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. Oh, yeah. People were driving in the, like, you know, when traffic is moving, but there's always one person in the fast lane that's like, derp, 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 I'm having a day. Derp, 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 I'm going on my way. And you're like, drive. Just drive. And you have to get around them. And the person next to you is like, derp, 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 I'm driving on my way. And you're like, I'm stuck. I can't. Oh, I hate it. Yeah. I hate it. Meanwhile, everyone else is zooming past you, but you're like trapped between two idiots. Oh, I hate it.
I hate that too.
Made me crazy. I almost drove an old man off the road. I was just like, I need to get home. I've been in the car an hour and a half. Just move.
Where
I'm
am
almost
I?
there. I'm almost there. Go. Go. Yeah. All right. Well, what's going on in the weather?
In the weather, we're going to look up Gush.
Gush?
Gush. And we're going to go to Gusher, Utah.
Of course we are.
Wait, that's not Gusher, Utah. That's Fort Duchesne.
Maybe Fort Duchesne is in Gusher, Utah. Maybe it's like a Gusher where you go to eat it, but when you bite down inside, there's a Fort Duchesne inside.
I think
Fort
you're right.
Duchesne is the sweet filling to the Gusher, Utah.
Well, if anyone knows, tell us. Over in Fort Duchesne, Gusher, Utah, 83 degrees. Feels like 83 degrees. You got a high of 83 degrees. You got a low of 53 degrees. Got a UV index of zilch, not a 0. The next 38 or 36 hours got 53 degrees tonight. 90 on Monday.
Ooh.
49 Monday night. What a
Ooh.
drop off. 88 Tuesday, and then 50 Tuesday night. Wow. That's the old high lows. You get like 50 degrees higher in the night or the day, and then you hit like 50 degrees lower at night. It's a wow. You go back and forth.
That's the old high low.
That's the old high low right there. Humidity 33%. Winds 9 miles an hour. UV index 0 of 10. Sun rising at 6:39 a.m. Sun setting at 8:02 p.m. I don't know about you, but I like this current sunrise set time. I think I mentioned this the last time I was around here. I like when the sun rises around like 6:30 a.m. and it sets around 8 p.m. I feel like that's just like a great natural time clock.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so. And I think some people be like, yeah, well, it's not going to stay like that. If it did, the Earth would... Like, I get it. But if I could have it the way I wanted, this is the time.
If I could control the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was president of Earth, that's the way I'd make it.
I'm Earth president, and this is what will happen.
I order the sun to rise at 6:30 every day. I, Earth president.
So that's Gusher, Utah.
All right, and sports.
Sports. Welcome to the sports desk. We got some sports action today. But do we? Maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know. What? You made me question everything. But do we?
Let's see. We've got some NFL preseason football happening right now. And finally, there's only 1 week left in the preseason. Thank God. I always get really hyped for the preseason, so I'm like, nice, football's back. And then it's just the most boring football games known to man. Because they're like, all right, the starters will play one drive in one game, and then like a couple of them get injured. And then all the people that are going to get cut anyway end up playing, and then there's like 1 or 2 of them that make the team.
Sure, of course.
And then finally, we're what is it? I think we're about a week and a half away from the actual football season starting. So that's pretty fun.
We're getting there. I mean, everyone gets really hype about opening day, but the first game's always kind of like,
Everybody's a little rusty.
yeah, everyone's a little rusty, but I guess it's for the fans, right? Everyone's like, yeah, we're back. I get really drunk in public. But if you watch them, the games are kind of like,
Yeah. Usually the first like 3 or 4 weeks, everybody's kind of off a little bit, and then they start gelling, and then by mid to late season, they're like a well-oiled machine.
That's why the Browns need to like really step it up at the beginning. They can get 4 wins right off the bat if they just try.
They can do it.
Then they can go 4 and whatever. They'll be fine.
They're actually looking good this year.
You say that, man.
They've made a bunch of changes. They've got the second-year quarterback that's got promise. They got Odell Beckham Jr. now. They've got some defense stuff. Like they're looking pretty good. They could make the playoffs.
They will not. They will not make the playoffs.
You know what? I say they will.
I say they won't. Gentlemen's bet.
And now the Bengals are even worse.
We don't even need to talk about the Bengals. That's just a waste of everyone's time.
And the other big news, Andrew Luck retired.
I don't know who that is.
I don't hear about that.
Who's Andrew Luck?
Well, Andrew Luck is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Well, was. With the Indianapolis Colts. and he was 29 years old. So he was like my age. And he was just like, I've had so many injuries. I have so much pain. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to. And he just retired.
Man, I feel bad. Like, football, I get it. They make a lot of money, but they wreck their bodies for entertainment.
Yeah. They really do.
I would not do that. I would be like, you know what? What if I was the kicker?
Yeah.
What if I, like, the worst thing that could happen to me was I tripped over myself and looked like an idiot or didn't get it in the uprights?
You probably pull your hamstring. Maybe you'd tear an ACL.
I'd probably pull a groin muscle or something, knowing me.
Oh, yeah, pull
my
a
kick
groin,
would be,
definitely.
like, too wild. Like, he pulled all of his groin muscles. Oh, that poor man. I'm just like,
The thing with being a kicker, too, is that you get so much pressure put on you for being such a, like, nonchalant, because like everyone's like, he's just a kicker, whatever, and then it's like, here we go, game-winning field goal, and everyone's like, you better make it, this is to go to the thing, and then if you miss it, you're like, kill him. He's the worst person in history.
Here's
Get him
the
out
thing.
of town. And then if he makes it, he's like, whoa.
I'd be the guy who was like, don't blame me. My team had literally 3 hours to get that shit in there. It's not my fault that I have to come in and save them every damn time. I'd be up in front of the microphone like, blame the rest of these assholes. Don't blame me. I was drunk when I kicked that field goal. I've been sitting on the bench all day. What do you expect me to do?
What do you expect me to do? I've never been sober this entire season.
I haven't been sober for 15 years.
That's pretty much sports.
All right. What is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day
Is being looked up by Crendor right now.
Is being looked up by me right now. And Braves fan for the Atlanta Braves arrested attempting to bring cocaine in cowboy boot to SunTrust Park.
You know, I feel like that's going to be someone's opening day now, too, of football. Like,
Probably
if they can do it in baseball, why can't I do it in football? All right, yeah. So he tried to bring coke in a cowboy boot. I don't know why that... Was he wearing the cowboy boot, or did he just have a cowboy boot with him?
Well, we're going to learn.
I guess we are.
Dustin Luther Wilkes was arrested at SunTrust Park in Georgia last Wednesday after allegedly trying to bring cocaine into the stadium inside a cowboy-style boot for a baseball game between the Atlanta Braves and New York Mets.
Oh, yeah. For a game like that, you need some drugs.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, that's a drug game. That's definitely a drug game.
Rosie Mannins of the Marietta Daily Journal reported Thursday that Wilkes set off the metal detector while attempting to enter SunTrust Park. A subsequent search reportedly led stadium security to staff to discover a clear plastic baggie with white powder substance suspected to be cocaine, which Wilkes twice attempted to conceal during the search. Cobb County arrested the 39-year-old. He's been charged with a single count of felony cocaine possession. He's released on a $3,000 bond.
Wait, so it was in his shoe? Or did he have a shoe with it in it? I think
he had the boot.
On?
He was wearing the boot. Yeah, he was wearing it.
And then he put the cocaine in his boot?
Yeah, and then I think he tried to, like, hide it when they were like, what do you got there? And he's like, nothing. He, like, tried to, like, wiggle it away or something.
But the metal detector caught something else. And
it just so happened that he thought it was the cocaine.
Can I tell you something? This is not the first time this guy has gone to a Braves game with coke. There's no way, there's no way you do this I put it in my boot, right? Unless you really are just comfortable with doing that. How much did he bring with him? Was it a lot? Did he bring, like, enough to share?
Say.
Like, what was the...
There's no details. You think there's details?
I know there's never details. I just have questions. Why did he do it? Was he like, well, I put it on my hot dog. It makes those dogs taste way better. Let me tell you, little mustard, little sauerkraut, little cocaine. Peps me right up. Gets me through the seventh inning.
Yeah, there's no details. Just, that's what he did, and then he paid his bond.
And then of course he can, because the dude's dealing coke. Man can get out of jail. He's like, I have the money. Don't worry. That's crazy. Why would you do that? What? You know what? You're an addict if you can't go a baseball game's worth of time without doing coke.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Or again, he was like, the only way I go to baseball is if I have Coke, because it bores me to tears.
Yeah. So that's that happened.
Uh-huh.
And then there's another story everyone keeps sending us. A Florida man met another guy on a eunuch fetish site, then castrated him.
What?
The 74-year-old man was arrested.
First off, there are two huge things here. One,
Yes.
eunuch fetish sites. I feel like if you're a
Yes.
eunuch, what's the fetish is that you don't have the ability to reproduce?
I don't know.
And thus the empress won't be like taken by her eunuchs? I don't like I don't
know.
all right.
There's got to be some deep-seated evolution gene happening in there.
That makes
I
you
don't know.
like okay, and then someone went there, met a person and was like, I want to make you a eunuch.
Yes.
Was it the ancient Chinese empress who needed it for her? Like, the Empress Wei has returned from the dead and seeks eunuchs for her new empire. Like, what? All right,
Well,
I need the story. What's going on?
If she did, she picked the wrong guy. Barry Van Ryswick.
What was this guy's name?
Gary Van Ryswick.
Uh-huh, okay.
74 has been
What?
charged with the second-degree felony of practicing medicine without a license resulting in bodily injury. He was arrested for allegedly performing a botched castration surgery on another man he'd met online through a fetish website for eunuchs. According to the arrest report, sheriff's deputies arrived at his house just before midnight on Sunday while responding to a 911 hang-up call. These are pretty routine, and deputies respond to many of them per shift, but most of them don't make the cut when it comes to being memorable.
This
According to the arrest
is not
report.
like a funny, memorable thing. This sounds terrible. This sounds
Yeah,
like
it
no
does.
cop is like, yeah, I walked in and there was blood everywhere. Hilarious. Like, it doesn't sound okay.
Van Ryswick told the deputies he had just removed the testicles of the man he'd met on a website for those that have a fetish for castration.
What is the fetish? What is the fetish?
I don't know.
I know they say like don't mock anyone's fetishes, but
This one's pretty crazy.
this one's crazy. This is crazy.
Another section of the house was set up as a makeshift surgical room complete with medical equipment and a camera to record the procedure.
Oh my god.
Jesus. The victim was flown to Tampa Hospital for life-saving measures and is currently in stable condition. Or say the hospital is not aware if they've been reattached. I'm gonna go with no.
I'm
don't know
gonna
if you
go
would
with
even
yes.
want
I'm gonna
that.
say, you know what? They put those back on just out of spite. Like, you want to get rid of
Listen.
these? No, my friend. We're gluing those suckers back on.
Super glue if we got it. Let's see. Van Ryswick. Using painkillers he'd purchased online from England, as well as forceps and scalpels he'd required. Van Ryswick said he began the procedure on Sunday around 10 p.m., but the victim's uncontrollable bleeding made it difficult for him to use clear suture material or stitches to try and close the wound. Van Ryswick said to have told the man he'd perform castration on bulls and other animals while living on a farm in his youth, and removed one of his own testicles in 2012. Van Ryswick was arrested on Monday and is now being held in jail on a
Is going on the internet
$250,000
is dark. The internet's too dark for me. You know what? I'm
Yeah,
done. I'm out.
This shit's crazy.
I'm out. Internet, you've officially. I know you're crazy, internet, but I can't with you. I can't with you.
I mean, just look at this guy. This guy.
I don't want to look at this
looks like a
person. I don't
mad
want to see the
scientist.
face of death.
He looks like a mad scientist.
Oh my god, he does. He definitely looks like a mad scientist. Here's the thing. There once was a time when you were insane, you couldn't reach out to another equally insane person. Like, the likelihood of you getting together was very difficult. Now, it's just a click away, and it's not good for society. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not good. It's not good
Yeah.
that completely insane people can get together and be like, you know, what if you let me cut off your balls?
testicles?
Yeah, like, what? And then the guy was like, you're right, you should.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
nuts.
gonna pass on that one. Literally,
That is so nuts.
it's literally nuts. Get it? You get it?
All right, well, that's it for us, everybody. Thank you so much for listening or watching or however you're enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit up the socials.
I got socials for you. All right. If you want to subscribe to this amazing podcast, we have various ways of doing so. We have soundcloud.com/Cox and Crendor. We have youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. And we have, we're on Spotify and iTunes and all the other stuff. If you want animations, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor, all one word. And if you want to see us stream Classic WoW, twitch.tv/JustCox, twitch.tv/Crendor. We'll probably squad stream it, so you can see both things. Also, you can see our other stuff, youtube.com/Crendor. I actually ended up uploading us painting, so if you want to see that, it's on my YouTube channel. Because I was like, I might as well throw it up here or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun, yeah.
Yeah, so that's up there now. Also, youtube.com/JustCox, twitter.com/Crendor, twitter.com/JustCox, facebook.com/Crendor, Facebook/JustCox, and you know the rest.
That's it. We're going to get out of here, but thank you, and we'll see you guys next time. So, as always, boop, to be continued.